There are no secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome everyone to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Volunteers will put total leather and will get started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Oklahoma's offense will have the first possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week, a commitment from a big-time four-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
Quickly out to the tight end. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. In Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that if they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
The Sooners will try to punch it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog, coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Newton. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So Tennessee's offense has the ball for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17. He'll keep it himself. Explosive play for the first down. The ball's headed quickly to the line.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
To the air, it's Aguilar. Buys a little extra time. And this one will be stopped for no gain. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it, he has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know, he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And it slips just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Grabbed in the middle, it's Gibson. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Quarterback empties his backfield. Looking to throw on first down. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
And a great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them. Going the other way and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. They'll go to the air. Trying to bull his way in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
On the ground, it's Thomas. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard.
Sneaks into the end zone.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defense all year long.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. Going to the running game. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Use the play fake, now to throw. Snagged out of the air, and they're able to get him down. And the Volunteers want to pick up the tempo. Defense in press coverage. From the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. Wants to throw. It's Aguilar. And it's incomplete on third down.
And interesting, on third and short, man, a lot of time defenses get really, really aggressive, so they try to slip in the screen, but they played it nicely, got pressure on the QB, got him there so fast, kind of disrupted the timing, and won that third down.
And it's no good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Going to try to get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. In the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. And the Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He'll go to the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
Yeah, and we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got enough for the first. Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
Bringing the heat. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on third down. That's caught. It's out. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Dropping back, it's Mateer. He's got it. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Surging forward on the sneak.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Sooners!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14 to 10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Texas pulled out the victory on a day they clearly did not have their best. And that's a testament to those players there in Austin. That winning gene, I really believe it's a thing. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough. And we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Guys, let's take a minute here and look big picture for Tennessee. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Finds his tight end. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. And the Vols will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the returner will be knocked down. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. At midfield, he's got room. There he goes. The 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Makes a connection. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. The Volunteers want to move quickly. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yeah, so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole field, the whole offense, and this Orange fan base goes absolutely bananas.
The Vols with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Leaves it with the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. A lot of urgency for this offense. The 2024 season for Tennessee had some highs, wins over Bama, Florida, and Oklahoma. Man, did it end with a thud. They got clipped by the Ohio State buzzsaw and then suffered the big shocker of the offseason with Nico Iamaleava jumping into the transfer portal.
Yeah, I don't know that there was a more interesting offseason than in Knoxville. The quarterback spot, the drama, the back and forth, and Nico leaves, and then Joey Aguirre, he goes to UCLA, Nico, and now the guy who transferred there transfers to Tennessee's.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown ball. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Makes a move. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. What a return that one was. 95 yards. He took it back for 6. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. Looking downfield, it's Aguilar. Got his man on the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
That's a pretty impressive throw, man. That's given me Peyton Manning to Peerless Price memories back when I was watching them, playing against them in college. That was a thing of beauty right there. There's a nice chemistry that this quarterback has with his group of wide receivers, and you see that in the timing of these throws.
They finally get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting a tackle for loss.
And the Volunteers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Volunteers.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the 1st half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like 2 heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He holds it in and nobody's close. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners!
And that's exactly why you do play action. You freeze linebackers, you freeze safeties, you open up spots on the field and take big shots. The offense capitalizes and gets the big touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Looking to throw, it's Aguilar. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on first down. The sure hands, it's Matthews. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Pressure coming. And they get to him, and down goes the quarterback, and you just cannot afford that in this spot. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. It's complete to the right. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Oh, they're after him. Rush is on him. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a great one today in Knoxville so far. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first two quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas amidst the smoggy smoke there in Rocky Top.
The Sooners will line up to kick off and start the second half. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. So here is the Tennessee offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Looking to throw, it's Aguilar. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And the Vols will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's got it. He gets a block. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football.
Turning it on! Past the sticks, and he may get more. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Just a little off. Incomplete.
I don't know if the quarterback's making the right decision on that RPO, guys. He might have wanted to hand that one off. Something he thought he saw in the right flat to attack, but obviously it wasn't there.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Complete to the right. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man. It's Burks. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And that play is going to drive the offensive coordinator crazy. Remember, in college football now, there's communication between the coordinator and the quarterback with the headsets in the helmet, and you know he was reminding his QB that time, listen, you cannot take a sack here. Remember, we're in field goal range. If nobody's open, throw it away. His QB did not listen to the advice. He takes a terrible sack, and now they're out of field goal range.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm thinking about chipping this defensive end with running backs. I'm leaving my tight ends in to help this tackle because we cannot block him. He's already got 2 sacks.
Under fire. Got his man down the middle. Oh, he's got some space. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. The Volunteers will hustle to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Staley. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The give on the inside. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31. The Vols line up trying to move the sticks on third and short. Finds the tight end. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They'll test the right side. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They're trying to eat up some clock here. 9th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 6. Trying play action. Here comes the heat. Trying to get rid of it. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key. Because last game he was under 50% on his throws. He went back to work, worked on his fundamentals, and that's really showing up here.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, it is now a final in Conference USA, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to hear about. FIU handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown, and what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. A busy day in CUSA, and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They'll run it from the gun. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back.
There he goes. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. From the shotgun, the inside give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on third down. Direct snap. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. And the Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Looking for a man. It's Aguilar. Quick strike complete. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. And the Volunteers moving quickly to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down,
grabs it at the 25 in stride. He's brought down the 1, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. To the ground with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Second down coming up.
He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Right on the money. He's dragged down at the 12, chip shot field goal range, but might they go for it here on fourth down? We reached a quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He splits the uprights. That'll cut this lead down to 5. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense.
And look, obviously you would have loved to score a touchdown there, but you did the important thing. Kicked a field goal, you're now within one possession. Can your defense get you the football back? Or can your offense drive the field and put it in the end zone? This is what we practice for. Let's see if they can go execute, fellas.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. Makes the catch. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ott. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They'll run the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Sooners send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Pretty good job of running to get two there to the 32. And the Vols in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The Volunteers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option. The Vols will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. All the way back to the 15. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Barnes. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Reads it, fires complete. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds, and this offense trying to put something together.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Pulls it in, it's Ott. Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points, and now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
But with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's going to take off. Took care of it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
You got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the fourth quarter and it's a one-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra first downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires on the move. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Staley. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. This guy is putting up some numbers today, approaching that Joey Kent, Marcus Nash territory.
He's been unbelievable. There's just no way to stop him. The defense hasn't had...
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead. Get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. So can the defense get one more stop, one more time, and hold on to this lead? To throw, it's Aguilar. Here's the pressure. What a grab with one hand. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that first down marker. They are running out of time and very little choice. Down 5 late, they'll go for it on fourth down. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the fourth, and the Brain Trust will go to work. Looking to throw on first down. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. And the Volunteers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Bishop. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Here's the heat. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A 5-point game here, getting very late in the offense. Will stay on the field on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Deep shot for the end zone. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that first down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the fourth down conversion.
They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals, and usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.